The first thing when you speak about culture, look at the Quran. The Quran, for the people who actually read it with translation, will say in Surah Baqarah, there is no compulsion in religion. You can't impose faith, religion onto somebody by force.
This is the native gold of Afghanistan. What we want to do is help Americans understand, or people around the world, that Afghanistan has a lot of native wealth. Not only does it have its own local gold, but its ancient cultures. They had agriculture, they had farming and herding. It was a country that was very wealthy. And here in the center bowl, you can see local designs of the local culture from northern Afghanistan.
For the Bush administration, Iraq was their legacy. They knew that history was going to judge them based on what happened in Iraq, and therefore they would do anything to make Iraq turn out right. But the Obama administration doesn't have the same commitment to Iraq that the Bush administration did. And I think that one of the things that they are going to be gauging to determine their level of engagement with Iraq, the level of resources that they're willing to put in Iraq, is their own sense of how much cooperation they're getting from the Iraqis themselves.
Mr. Krishman, what have been the challenges to the relationship between Islam and democracy in Muslim countries? And is there any specific challenges that you see happening now in our country, in Indonesia?
You know, the real gap is not between Islam and democracy. There are many Muslim countries which are not only doing well, but which are doing better than could be expected given the level of socioeconomic development.
Clearly, we want the Afghan people to trust us and to trust our coalition partners, that we are there to help them, not for purposes of our own, other than the same purpose that the Afghan people have, which is for Afghanistan not to be a safe haven for terrorists who kill them and want to kill us.
When you're providing a separation between, you're providing a freedom for religion. I've always written a freedom for religion provides the greatest energy for the civilizing of man. When people are free to worship as they choose and the duty of government to protect and defend that liberty, well then how can you fail to create more good, engage more good amongst all people?
It seems to me that President Obama will inherit a foreign policy that is based upon a statement made by every president since President Truman, and that is that if a power hostile to the United States attempts to gain a monopoly control over the oil resources of the Middle East, that will be considered essentially as an attack upon the United States. And the United States cannot afford to allow that to happen for the simple reason that no one can allow someone to control their oxygen supply.
Did the Bush administration coddle President Musharraf?
I don't know. He and I, as Mr. Kasuri knows very well, had some pretty in-depth and tough conversations. And I don't know that we coddled him. I think we played the hand we were dealt.
Because think about it, if I was a crazy Muslim fundamentalist terrorist about to hijack the plane, this is probably not the disguise I would go with.
در امریکا هر چیز یک وقت داشته. وقت نان پیتا برد یک وقت داشته، نان عربی پیتا برد یک وقت داشت. نان بیگل یک وقت داشت. نانای دیگه یک وانده برد یک وقت داشت. این نان به حسابی ها فلت برد میگن، ما شما نان افغانی خود ماست. این برای دنیا یک چیز نو بودن.
You've got the masjid right there, and then as you said, you've got a club for the Jewish youth right there.
You have a Jewish youth organization there. You have Russian people over here. You have Urdu Bazaar across the street where they sell Islamic books and all.
We've got the Urdu Bazaar, and then we've got the Asian grocery store.
Asian grocery, Punjab grocery. We have every religion, ethnicity, or major ethnicities here. You know what? We all live and work together.